Okay, let's go on to question 6. You have got 3/5 of the marathon runners were men. So let's write down the information. Practice writing down. And what about women? And they said that 3/5 of the remaining runners were women. So what does it mean by remaining? If you have 3/5 that were men, meaning the remaining after deducting the 3/5 will be 2/5. So this 2/5, 3/5 of it will be women. So how to find? If you have the English, 3/5 of remaining, it would simply mean 3/5 times the remaining fraction, which you have found out is 2/5, which will give you 6/25. Okay. Now take a look at the denominator. You have 5 over here, whereas you have 25 over here. Since we are talking about the same group of people, the runners, we can change it to a common denominator of 25. Times 5 times 5, that gives us 15. So now we can safely say for men there are 15 units, women 6 units. And the rest were children. So let's find out. Children will be, you have the entire population, which is 15 out of 15. You have got men, which is 15 units. You have got women, which you calculated was 6 units. So what does it leave you with? I spotted a mistake. Let me just change my whole. I started with a whole of 25, 25. 25 minus 15 units minus away 6 units would give me 425. So I can say that 4 units are children. Okay, so you have 15 units for men. I circle again, so it helps you in the exam. Do that with highlighter if you want. I have 6 units for women, and I have 4 units for children. And they say that there are 660 more men than children. If men has 15, children has 4. So let's find the difference in the number of units. It will be 11 units. Okay, and so this 11 units, according to the questions, they say that it is 660 people. So again, with your calculator, find for 1 unit, 660 divided by 11, which would give me 6T. Okay, and how many people took part? You know that there are a total of 25 units in one big whole. So 25 units, 60 per unit. You get a total of 1,500. Okay, question 7. Question 7 says you have a ticket that's selling at $65 each, and if you buy 3 tickets, you're going to get a $20 discount. Now, the moment I see the word every year, it reminds me of this topic called set. Every 3 ticket makes up 1 set. So in 1 set, let's just see, this is 1 set, and a 1 set comprises of, I'm just going to draw in pictures, 3 tickets. And if you buy a set of 3 tickets, you are going to get $65 per ticket, and you're going to get a $20 discount. So in 1 set, what I can do is, 1 ticket costs $65, and 1 set has 3 tickets. I'm going to box it up. $65 times 3 tickets, but there's going to be a discount given, so I'm going to subtract 20, and this is going to give me 1 set $175, meaning to say if I buy 1 set of 3 tickets, it's supposed to cost more than $175, but because of the $20 discount, I only need to pay $175 for every set. So if you are going to be paying $1,115, let's first find out of this $1,115, how many sets have actually been bought. You know that each set costs $175. Okay, so you're going to get a very weird number, which is 6 point something something something, which gives rise to me to about 6 sets, meaning to say that I have bought, or this woman has actually bought about 6 sets. Okay, 6 point something something means it cannot be buying 7 sets. So the rounded off value would actually be about 6 sets. Okay, now to buy 6 sets, each set costing $175. Okay, she will have to pay $1,050. But she didn't just pay $1,050. In fact, she paid $1,115. So to buy 6 sets, she has to pay $1,050, which gives her a remaining of $65. Alright, now this $65 is just enough for one extra ticket. So meaning to say, if she has bought 6 sets, and each set has 3 tickets, she will have bought 18 tickets in total. But she has $65 left, which means that she had bought another extra ticket. Okay, which is why I added a 1. So you had 18 tickets in total, plus 1 additional ticket, because there's $65 left. She would have bought a total of 19 tickets. Let's go on to question 8. Now remember, if you are stuck at the concept, you may pause and rewind and try to figure out what I was talking about in question 7. Let's go to question 8. We have a ratio applied to an area. So you have got an area here, 5:4. 5 units for here, 4 units for here. So they have given to you area 125. So meaning to say 5 units is equals to 125. So we will want to find always for 1 unit first. With your calculator, again, let me always remind you, paper 2 is just calculator. Don't bother using your division working, which will give you 25. Okay. Now we do not know how much is the area for square B, but we can know that there are altogether 4 units for the square. We just take 25 times by 4, which is going to give us 100. So we know that this is 100 square centimeter. Okay. Now in a square, you know that the properties of a square means that there are 4 equal sides. Now for area, we know that it is length times breadth. And the length and the breadth has to be a same number. We know that the area of the square is 100. We do not know what is the length, we do not know what is the breadth. Okay, so this is unknown and this is unknown. But one thing that we know, that these two numbers has to be the same number, because all sides are equal in a square. So we will have to do a little bit of guess and check. Would the numbers be 1? Because 1 times 1 gives you 1. Cannot be, yeah? Okay, so we jump faster. Is it 5 times 5? Cannot be, because it's 25 only. So if you do this on and on, you will find that each side has got to be 10, because 10 times a 10 gives you 100. So I know that the area is 100. Each side must be 10 centimeters. What some of the primary 4s would like to do all the time when they have this kind of question is they take 100 divide by 4. Okay, this cannot be the answer, because 25 times 25 is already more than 100. So please don't repeat the mistakes that the primary 4s love to do. This is not a proper step. You have to do it by what we call as guess and check for squares, finding out what are the two similar numbers. Okay, question 9. You have got 2 schools. You have got Excel School. You have got Fantastic School. They were both at the stadium. Excel School sent 8 classes. And these 8 classes have an average number of 39 pupils. Okay, recall what is the meaning of average? Means you even out the number. One class is about 39. So if they are all together 8 classes, and one class is about 39, let's find out the total, shall we? The total for 8 classes for Excel will be 312. And let's put a heading to show that this is a school called Excel. Then we know that we also want to have another column, but this time round the column is for this school called Fantastic. So let's continue the story. Fantastic School sent 12 classes with an average number of 34 pupils. Again, average means one class is about 34, and there are altogether 12 classes there. So one class is about 34. Let's find out the total. 408. So this is their total. Okay. Alright. Now you have 408 for Fantastic, 312 for Excel. Common sense, we will want to add up the two schools first to find out the overall total, which is 720. Again, let's write out in English. Now the question is, what was the average number of P5 pupils for all the 20 classes? There are altogether 20 classes across the two schools, right? So if there are 720 in total, at each there are altogether 20 classes, we want to find the average. We divide by the number of classes, which is 20. Again, with a calculator, each class is about 36. So this gives us the averaged. So the answer, 36. Let's go on to question 10. Alright, now the neighborhood committee wanted to place 100 flags on a road. The distance between two flags was 16.2 meters. So now if you recall, this totally looks like one whole entire unit, because it looks like a model itself. I can also draw a third flag. And for 3 flags, you will notice that this becomes a second box, a second unit. I can also draw a 4th flag. And if I have 4 flags, you notice there will be altogether 3 units. So if you observe the pattern, 2 flags, 1 unit. 3 flags, 2 units. 4 flags, 3 units. The number of units is always 1 less than the total number of flats. So let's take, for example, I have 100 flats. That means I should have a total of 99 units. Okay, but of course the question is not as easy as it seems. They say that 9 flats could not be ready on time. So instead of 100 flats, 9 flats could not be ready on time, which gives them only a total of 91 flats. Now, if it is 91 flats, there's a total of how many units? 91 flats. Remember, the number of units is always 1 less than the number of flats. That would mean that there's only a total of 90 units. Now, how long is this 90 units? We don't know. But one thing that we know is that 1 unit is made up of 16.2 meters. How far is the whole entire road? We don't know. Okay, there are supposed to be 100 flats and altogether 99 units. So this 99 units makes up the whole road distance. They were supposed to place 100 flats, which means there's supposed to be a total of 99 units across the road. So we know that 1 unit is 16.2 meters apart. So 99 units would be 16.2 times 99, which gives us 1603.8. This is the distance of the whole road, which I'm going to write down. Okay, so supposedly they are going to place all the flats in the whole road, and this whole road is a total distance of 1603.8. Okay, but now instead of placing 100 flats, you know that they only have 91 flats, And because of these 91 flats, they are only able to place 90 units of it. And they still want to max out the whole distance. So we can say that this 90 units, because you can only place 91 flats, 90 units will be the entire road now, which is 1003.8. Okay? And we want to find out the distance between two flats, which means 1 unit. So we are getting close to the final step. 1603.8 divided by 90, which gives us the distance between two flats, 1 unit itself. Okay, so this will be the answer. I'll leave you to use your calculator to find out the answer. Remember to write out the units in meter. Okay, question 11. You have a party and you have 15 friends who ordered 22 pizza, which means 22 wholes. But they couldn't finish the pizza. They had 3 whole, 1 quarter left. So let's find out how much was being eaten. 22 wholes minus 3 whole, 1 quarter. So they have actually only ate a total of 18 whole, 3 quarter pizza. And all these are eaten by how many people? 15 friends. So let's write it out in units. You have 15 friends, or just put it in units, ate a total of 15 and 3 quarter. So we want to find out how much did each friend eat, which is 1 unit, isn't it? 18 3 quarter divided by 15 friends, which will give an answer of 1 whole, 1 quarter, with your calculators anyway. This question, I suspect, is out of syllabus because you do not learn division of fractions anymore. Alright, but since a calculator is given, you can still press the calculator to give you the answer. Alright, now question is there any units? Not really, because this refers to 1 whole, 1 pizza, 1 full pizza, and another 1 piece out of the 4 pieces. Okay, so it's not in kg, it's not in grams, it's not in kilometers, it is just 1 whole, 1 quarter, without any units. Let's go on to question 12. Question 12, you have got Mr. Sammy, who bought 6 chairs, 1 bed, costing this amount. The other person bought 12 chairs, 2 bed, and extra 3 cupboards. Alright, now, very difficult to draw, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just denote it with letters. 6 chairs and 1 bed is going to cost the person 499.90. I'm writing down all the information, by the way. Now, the other person bought 12 chairs, 2 beds, and an extra 3 cupboard, which I'm going to put here as CUP, for 1752.50. Okay, now these are very difficult things to compare. They are all different numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some variables or some factors common, like changing common denominator. Okay, now 6 and 12, 1 and 2. Are there some patterns that you have observed? What I could do, I could change it to a common denominator. I double up everything on top to 2 times. Which means that 499.90 is no longer 499.20 because I'm going to double up twice of it. Okay, instead of buying 6 chairs, I now buy 12. Instead of buying 1 bed, I buy 2 beds. So of course, instead of paying 499, I have to end up paying double. I multiply it by 2. And I get 999.80. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel off this because it's going to get very confusing. I'm going to erase, I'm going to remove things that I don't need anymore. Okay, now take a look at 2 of this equation. Equation number 1, equation number 2. Equation number 1 says 12 chair, 2 beds is 999.80. Number 2 equation says 12 chairs, 2 bed, and an extra 3 cupboard is 1752.50. Now, what is causing the difference between this and this? The number is bigger, yes, and the number is bigger not because of the chair, because the chair is now the same. It's not because of the bed, but the extra amount is because of the 3 cupboards. So I can say that these 3 cupboards are the ones that cause that number to be bumped up. So what I could do to find the 3 cupboards, I find the differences, which gives me a total of 752.70. The question is asking for 1 cupboard. So I'm going to just look for 1 cupboard, which is 752. That's for 3 cupboards. I'm going to divide it by 3. And with a calculator, I calculated, it's going to give me the answer, $250. Remember your units, don't subtract a half mark because of your unit. And 90 cents. Okay. I'm going to give you your attendance code now. So if you need to pause so that you can write down your attendance code for today's lesson. Remember to pause because I'm just going to scroll without pausing. Okay.